Surah 4, An-Nisa, Introduction, period of revelation of the Surah. This Surah comprises several discourses which were revealed on different occasions during the period, ranging probably between the end of year 3 after Hijrah. Migration from Mecca to Medina is called Hijrah in Arabic H, and the end of year 4 after Hijrah H, or the beginning of after Hijrah 5. Although it is difficult to determine the exact dates of their revelations, yet it is possible to assign to them a fairly correct period with the help of the commandments and the events mentioned therein and the traditions concerning them. A few instances are given in the next few slides by way of illustration. We know that the instructions about the division of inheritance of the martyrs and for the safeguard of the rights of the orphans were sent down after the Battle of Uhud, in which 70 Muslims embraced martyrdoms. Then naturally the question of the division of the inheritance of the martyrs and the safeguard of the rights of their orphans arose in many families at Al-Madinah. From this we conclude that verses from 1 to 28 were revealed on that occasion. We learn from the traditions that the commandment about salat during wartime was given on the occasion of Zat Rika, an expedition which took place in year 4 after Hijrah. From this we conclude that the discourse containing verse 102 was revealed on that occasion. The last warning, verse 47, to the Jews was given before the Banu Nadir were exiled from Al-Madinah in Rabi'ul Awwal after Hijrah years 4. From this, it may safely be concluded that the discourse containing verse 47 must have been revealed some time before that date. The permission about tayammum, the performance of ablutions with pure dust, in case no water be available, was given during the Bani al-Mustalik expedition, which took place in after Hijrah 5. Therefore, the probable period of the revelation of the discourse containing verse 43 was after Hijrah years 5. Topics and their background. Let us now consider the social and historical considerations of the period in order to understand the Surah. All the discourses in the Surah deal with 3 main problems which confronted the Holy Prophet Sallallahu alayhey Vacelum at the time. First of all, he was engaged in bringing about an all-round development of the Islamic community that had been formed at the time of his migration to Al-Madinah. For this purpose, he was introducing new moral, cultural, social, economic, and political ways in place of the old ones of the pre-Islamic period. The second thing that occupied his attention and efforts was the bitter struggle that was going on with the mushrik Arabs, the Jewish clans, and the hypocrites who were opposing tooth and nail his mission of reform. Above all, he had to propagate Islam in the face of the bitter opposition of these powers of evil, with a view to capturing more and more minds and hearts. Accordingly, detailed instructions have been given for the consolidation and strengthening of the Islamic community in continuation of those given in Al-Baqarah. Principles for the smooth running of family life have been laid down, and ways of settling family disputes have been taught. Rules have been prescribed for marriage, and rights of wife and husband have been apportioned fairly and equitably. The status of women in the society has been determined, and the declaration of the rights of orphans has been made. Laws and regulations have been laid down for the division of inheritance, and instructions have been given to reform economic affairs. The foundation of the penal code has been laid down. Drinking has been prohibited, and instructions have been given for cleanliness and purity. The Muslims have been taught the kind of relations good men should have with their Allah and fellow men. Instructions have been given for the maintenance of discipline in the Muslim community. The moral and religious condition of the people of the book has been reviewed to teach lessons to the Muslims and to forewarn them to refrain from following in their footsteps. The conduct of the hypocrites has been criticized, and the distinctive features of hypocrisy and true faith have been clearly marked off to enable the Muslims to distinguish between the two. Here we stop the first part of the surah. Rest will be aired in the next episode. Stay connected. Please keep watching Jamil TV. Like, share, subscribe, push the bell button to receive all next videos. Please